Big Mac inside the McDonald's empire continues.
Armed with an array of utensils, these chefs are on the go. Slicing, dicing, peeling, mincing, sautéing, searing, and grilling, mixing robust flavors.
It's got a good viscosity.
And filling the air with zesty aromas. But this isn't the kitchen at Spago.
You know, if you guys smile, the food tastes better. You know that, right?
This is McDonald's.
When you tell people that McDonald's has a head chef and it's you, are they surprised?
Yeah, they are surprised, and I think I'm a hero to a lot of people. Like the 5-year-olds and the 7-year-olds, I'm like, you know.
Dan Coudreau, better known here as Chef Dan, is McDonald's Director of Culinary Innovation. And if you think McDonald's and culinary innovation don't go together, consider this. Chef Dan graduated at the top of his class from the Culinary Institute of America. He served up some of the fanciest dishes at some of the finest restaurants, including the Four Seasons resorts.
When you told people, I'm going to go work for McDonald's,
Right.
What was their reaction?
Why McDonald's? I mean, you know, it's just burgers. Their menu hasn't changed in so many years. That's why I don't think people really notice. I don't think people notice that the fruit and yogurt parfait was introduced, or the triple thick shakes and different flavor profiles have been introduced, or the salads were introduced.
Those new items took the fast food giant beyond its core staples of Big Macs, Quarter Pounders, and fries. Here in their gleaming test kitchen at McDonald's headquarters outside of Chicago, Chef Dan has cooked up a few dishes to lighten McDonald's meat and potatoes menu, like the Southwest salad.
You've got fire roasted corn, you've got oven dried tomatoes, poblano peppers, lime, cilantro, really relevant flavors.
And the Asian salad.
Would you have ever thought that you'd see orange glazed chicken with roasted almonds, with edamame and snow peas and a sesame ginger vinaigrette at McDonald's? Well, that's a product that's on our menu today.
But salads aren't all Coudreau has rolled out. Their new creation, the snack wrap, has quickly become a hit.
Can I get 2 snack wraps?
1 snack wrap, crispy with no lettuce.
We're seeing a trend in people doing what we call grazing, or having 5 smaller meals. So the snack wrap just fits in beautifully in that whole arena. That was a good product for us.
The snack wrap was unwrapped only after it passed a battery of tests and met some important criteria.
Is there a market? Is there supply? And is there the ability within our restaurants to produce it?
And with more than 13,000 restaurants around the country, preparation must be easy to duplicate.
We can come up with those great ideas very quickly in this kitchen because we're trained culinarians. But how do we take that product and transition it into our restaurants so that an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old can do it that is working in our restaurants?
That's just the beginning. Creating fast food is actually not so fast. Every item goes through intense scrutiny and an exquisitely detailed development process. Each year, some 1,800 menu ideas are tossed around in Chef Dan's kitchen.
Let's just start throwing ideas out. Breakfast biscuits.
Only 3 or 4 make it to the stores. By the time a product reaches the menu, it's gone through upwards of 200 tests and years in the pipeline.
How's it looking?
Deborah McDaniel is the head of McDonald's Food Innovation and Menu Management. Her team is currently developing a 3rd-pound premium Angus burger.
This is not the first time it's been through here being tested.
No. We've used our panels for a lot of different aspects of the development of this particular product. This was probably about our 15th panel.
There are 34 suppliers for this one product. Panels test each supplier's products to make sure they all match precisely. This ensures that every customer at every McDonald's gets the exact same taste.
Can you let us know what characteristics you're testing?
We are actually testing the seasoning today. We're really understanding whether a secondary supplier has matched the target product and if they're ready to move forward to potentially be a supplier if this product were to move forward.
2 of these burgers have the approved seasoning, while the 3rd has the test seasoning. Sampling burger after burger after burger. Panelists attempt to discern any inconsistency and determine if the seasoning supplier has made a match, taking detailed notes after every bite.
It's been an hour or two since the panels were done. What did you find out?
Well, unfortunately, the panel showed us today that there was a difference in the two products. So our test product did not match our control product, which means that there's some work that needs to be done on the supplier side to try to match this product.
It's not like they're in trouble that they
No.
didn't pass this round.
We work very closely with our supplier partners, and so we need them, and we'll just continue to work with them to identify how to fix it.
Right.
With 15 tests behind them, many more evaluations lie ahead for the Angus burger before it's rolled out nationally. This scrutiny isn't limited to the food. Even their hottest items undergo this dissection. McDonald's sells more than 2 million cups of hot coffee each day in the U.S. They've recently added gourmet coffee to their lineup. At the test kitchen, each new flavor is analyzed and deconstructed by the most refined palates.
Feel it's velvety, smooth texture. You get a little bit of that cocoa residue on your tongue. Okay, sample 901.
It's an exacting process that has produced some of McDonald's biggest hits and a few famous failures. McDonald's reportedly kicked out hundreds of millions of dollars for research, production, and marketing of the Arch Deluxe.
Yes, I even get to make the Arch Deluxe.
And it flopped.
With all the testing that goes on here, how does something like the Arch Deluxe or the McLean Deluxe or McPizza happen and then not do well?
I don't know. You try and do all of your upfront work. You make judgment calls. Some things maybe hit, some things don't.
But failures don't stop Chef Dan and his team from whipping, kneading, and spicing up the next big thing.
You're going to see things that maybe haven't been around. Lemongrass, is that out of the realm? I don't know. It's going to be whatever our guests are asking for. We're going to listen to them, we're going to develop with them, and we're going to be very guest-centric. I think we're scratching the surface, but I think people are waiting and ready for McDonald's to really catapult to that next level.